Dark Ages was a moment everything changed in Plant vs Zombies. Less obtainable plants, less than 25 levels, 20 to be exact, and the world was released in 2 parts. Furthermore, it was the first to promote premium plants, namely the Pea-Nut and Hypno-Shroom, but neither will be on this list as they are not unlocked in the normal way. As with all of these videos, plants are ranked based on use in the home world, other worlds, sun cost effectiveness, crucial in this world, and comparing them to similar counterparts. I'm Asa, let's get started. At the back end of the list is the Sun Bean. The beans in the game have been a mixed bag, with the Laser Bean topping my Far Future list, and the Spring Bean landing at the bottom of my Private Seas list. Sorry not sorry if I spoiled anything for you there. The Sun Bean suffers from the Spring Bean's fate. To me, the plant is only really useful when boosted, as otherwise you have to use it on a zombie that's tough enough to basically make a profit. Also, I feel you might as well just use regular sun producing plants in order to get the sun, especially if you have the gold bloom and time to flex, because I do. I suppose I have to give it props, because in one level it's the only sun producing plant you can use, but it's a pretty weak plant overall. Also, collecting the small bits of sun gets increasingly annoying. Next up is the Puff Shroom. The first of the 4 mushroom plants on here is quite the vital plant early on in some Dark Ages levels due to being cheap. Then of course you can use strong offensive plants when your sun shrooms grow enough. Sure, that's the intention, so basically the Puff Shroom is deliberately made to be bad, but the fact it lives for a limited time really reduces its use. I find it's rarely good to use outside of Dark Ages, however it can be quite the lifesaver and spend no more than X sun levels, well unless you have a don't lose more than X plants objective due to its limited lifespan. Also, in regular Dark Ages levels, especially in the Endless Zone, you can use boosted Sunshrooms and Gravebusters on sun graves to give more sun, and the plant upgrade system reduces the sun cost of more powerful attackers, pushing the Puff to the wayside just that bit more. Slap bang in the middle of the list is the Sunshroom. This is a controversial ranking for 2 reasons. First of all, it's an essential plant in pretty much every Dark Ages level, due to the lack of falling sun making it difficult to use regular sunflowers, and it's generally considered by many players to be one of the strongest sun producing plants in the game. Unfortunately, I think otherwise, as its smaller sun production earlier on makes it less useful, especially in later worlds when the first wave of zombies start really quickly, as you might not be able to set up your defences in time. Also, if you use the plant, you have to wait for donkey's years to get it back up to its larger stage. Also, I'm going to have to use the gold bloom counter again because in Dark Ages it pretty much makes the Sunshroom redundant. And I don't feel good about saying that. Regardless, a vital plant for those without the gold bloom. Oh, come on. That good? Yeah, let's start. The top 2 are very close, but Fume Shroom lands in the runner-up position. Your number 1 counter for those blasted jesters. Very helpful for kings as well, and wizards, and imps if you're lucky, and just about everything. This plant will set you back 125 sun, which is 50 more than in the original game, but that's because the Sunshroom can produce more in this game, when in that one it stops at 50. The Fume is great for graves and is one of the best plant foods in the game, making it great for gargantuas when they are reduced to half their health, as if you time it right, its imp will get hit with a blast too. The only real thing keeping it from the top is that it's almost universally weaker than the Laser Bean due to having a shorter range, and while the Laser Bean is more expensive, it's not exactly by a long shot of anything. Still a great offensive plant for Dark Ages, and it gets better yet when using multiple columns of them. And topping today's list of Dark Ages plants is the Magnet Shroom. While you can debate that it is better in the original game due to stopping many more zombies rather than just those with heavy armour, I honestly believe this is the only plant from Dark Ages that really shines in other worlds. It can be used for bucketheads in all worlds, but also works on poncho zombies in Wild West, night zombies in its home world, and perhaps most importantly, punk zombies in the Neon Mixtape Tour, instantly killing the hair gel addicted terrors. It also shrinks the attracted object pretty quickly and has quite a good plant food effect. It has a few disadvantages, such as not working on other high health zombies like fossil heads in Jurassic Marsh, and even All-Stars despite their helmet being metal, unless they use a non-magnetic metal for their helmets, hear me out scientists. But its versatility and pure crippling power knock it a spot above the Fume Shroom. That is my list, what about yours? Tell me in the comments below. You can count Hypno-Shroom and Pea-Nut if you wish, even though I've not counted them on this list. Please give the video a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the Neon Mixtape Tour list.